everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and in my hands I have maybe the tiniest DJI FPV drone money can buy, currently in the year 2023. Possibly in the year 2024, I guess we'll have to wait and see. This little guy is by Newbeedrone and it's called the Acrobee75 HD. And yes, it's got the full DJI camera system in it, so the video coming out of this looks stunning. It also has an F7 flight controller and dual bearing brushless motors, so it's pretty darn good. Now, if you're wondering how small this Tiny Whoop is with a DJI 03 system in it, let me hold up the last super small DJI 03 Tiny Whoop. Look at, there's a big difference in size. This one here on the right, that's the Get RC Darkstar. Both of these drones run on a 2S LiPo battery, and both of them have the DJI 03 system, but this one's really tiny and this one's not so tiny. So being so small, you'd think it must not weigh very much. Well, you would be correct. It doesn't weigh very much at all. It's pretty much advertised as an indoor drone. However, I'm going to kind of disagree with that statement because I have flown this outdoors and I prefer to fly this outdoors more than indoors. So here, let me show you the outdoor flight in super freezing cold temperatures. Check it out. Okay, let's put you down. Woohoo, that is so tiny. All right. Oh, I gotta fly with gloves off. I gotta fly with glasses off. Let's put this over my pom-pom hat. Oh, the wind is picking up. Okay. Okay, pom-pom hat. Keeps my head warm. We're gonna make this a quick flight. Where is this thing? Find that. Make sure I'm in the right flight mode.
Flight mode angle. Flight mode acro.
It's gonna be cold. This is a maiden. Let's see, where's the arm button?
And.
Oh, let's come back and see me for a second. The reason I'm saying that is because it's so cold out here. My goggles are fogging up too. So I better fly around myself till I can see. So I don't think the flight time is very long on this because it's on a 2S battery, a small one. I'm gonna go this way. Let's go over here. Slow it down a bit and let's go through this little frosty forest. Don't hit the snow. I wish my goggles were better. Yeah, they're fogging up for some reason because they're probably warm and my head is frozen. Or it's the other way around. They're frozen and my head is warm. I think that's the trick. Yeah, let's go this way, come back. So the video you're seeing recorded is all out of this little guy. One thing I do like about this guy is I can fly very slow, which is a nice touch. A lot of these drones, they just seem to want to boogie, boogie, boogie. But this one flies really slow, so you can get some cinematic footage. Let's come around me again. All right, gonna do freestyle. Let's go up a little bit. Do a little spin. Does that okay? Oh, it's got a little bit of prop wash, maybe because of the cold, maybe because of the size. I don't know, let's try a forward flip. There we go, come down at the ground, and then back up. There we are. The wind is a-blowing. The wind is a-blowing today. But this little guy's doing well. I think it's made more for indoors than outdoors. I think max flight time on this, I think with most batteries, is possibly 3 minutes. I'm not really sure, so I don't want to go too far because I have to go find it no matter where it lands. All right. Got a little red flag happening over here. Don't know what's up with that. Usually red flag is something on the beach like no swimming, sharks in the water, not really sure. Anyways, let's pass that.
3.
Come on back. Let's come on down low. Let's go this way. I can see I've got a low battery happening, so it does want to land soon. It's due to the cold out here, so I'm not really even going to get the 3 minutes, I don't think. Let's go over here. And let's go through here, through the woods. Beautiful looking area. There we are. Fly back this way, back to me, by my feet. Do I look cold? Well, I should, because I'm freezing out here. All right, I'll go a little bit farther. I might have to go fetch this if it falls out of the sky, but I'll stay low. Let's just go down this path. It is screaming low battery right now. It's saying you better land. It's much too cold out here for the battery power that it's providing, but I'm getting some nice drone footage here. Go this way, go this way. I'm keeping it tilted. Right now I'm in the wind, so it's blowing me to the side. So I'm trying to go forward, but the wind is blowing it sideways because it's so tiny. Let's see. I'll try to nose it into the wind here. Yeah. If I go, the wind just pushes me sideways. So I got to come back. Okay. Let's go on back and change the battery. Let's keep it nice and low here. Here we are. Come on, back this way. Let's go this way. And up. And I'm losing power, so I can tell it wants to land. Oh, I think it just landed. Well, it lost power and it landed itself. Good thing it landed right there. I could see the hole in the ground. So I don't know what that flight time was, but I'll put on the screen what my flight time was on the battery. So there it is down here. It just landed itself because it ran out of power to fly. Yeah, it's pretty full of snow. So normally when a drone is full of snow like that, the first thing you do is unplug the battery, or else when the snow starts to melt, it's going to explode into a big flame. Let's do that now. Let's unplug the battery, and that way it will save the drone. There we go. So the battery I had on it, I don't know if you can see it in this camera, is a 552S milliamp hour LiPo battery, and the amount of flight time I got, I'll just stick it on the screen right there. This, of course, is in the winter in the freezing cold. It is not designed to fly in the winter in the freezing cold, because even the wind out here is tossing it around. It's very light. So I guess the next flight I'll do is an indoor flight, because I've got snow in the electronics on the bottom here, and if I put another battery in and that starts to melt, it's gonna fry itself. So let's go indoors and fly. So for that outdoor flight, this is the LiPo battery I was using. It is a 2S LiPo battery, and it is the recommended size. You're supposed to get the best performance by using this battery with this drone. According to the website, when I received this quad, it does have a diversity receiver in it, ELRS. So when you saw me flying outside, I was actually flying with the Super Genesis ELRS on the back in switch mode. So in other words, this is made for super long range and connection, and I had no issues. I did attach it to my Radio Master Pocket, but it worked perfectly. Now for the next flight, it's going to be an indoor flight, and I'm going to fly the Acrobee75 using the Genesis T20. This is brand new on the market. It is supposed to have super massive long range and penetration through buildings, and well, check out and see what happens. Now we're indoors where it is much warmer. That was really cold out there. I'm going to fly this around my house, try to whip it around this area, and I'm going to go out my patio door so it goes outside, because this is billed as an indoor drone. But I've been flying it, and I think it's an outdoor drone. I don't know why they keep saying it's an indoor drone. Maybe an indoor drone in a large area. So I'm gonna fly it a little bit indoors, then we're gonna go outdoors. The sun's shining right now, and I'll see if I can fly it, you know, a fair distance outside around my house. If I lose reception, I guess I gotta go get it in the snow. Okay, we're all set to go. I've got my controller, my goggles, everything's powered on. I'm gonna take the little guy and put it over on the table away back here. So it will take off from here, and we're gonna go that way. I will say this little guy's got a lot of power, so even when you arm it, it goes a little crazy. You got to get up in the air. Oh, and our sun's gone out. Oh well, we went from bright sun to dull weather. Here we go. Okay, arming now. Go through the house. Got to slow it down. The camera faces naturally a little upwards, so it wants to, you know, speed if you want to speed. So there we go. I got the camera facing a little upward. Come through the hall. It does have the prop protectors on it, so you can smash into your walls in the house if you wish. Come this way. Try to miss my head, go outside. Here we are outdoors. You can see the snow is still existing, but there's a little less because we've had rain. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, that's what's happened. Now, I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to fly really slow, and I'm going to try to go around my house. If it falls out of the sky, well, it falls out of the sky. So here we go. Let's see how good the reception is. I got to hold this controller up. I don't even have the antennas up on it. Hang on a second. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot to put the antennas up on my remote. Come on back here for a second. All right. If you look at my antennas, you see I don't even have them up. I don't know. Can I fly this with one hand and put the antennas up? I think I'm going to land on my roof. Antenna going up. There's one. Okay, and then turn around. I'm gonna have to go way up high, and then another antenna. There's another antenna, and I got it out. Whoa, so there we go. We got some antennas out now. And now, look at this. I'm in my house. There's my house down there. Look at the freaking reception on this thing. Holy cow, I'm using the new T20 Gemini, and look at how far I can get. And even the video signal is shooting through my house all the way back here. This is awesome. Coming around, that's my house. And there we go. And over, missed the tree, and we're back. All right, this is really good. Okay, so I gotta bring her down because the battery is starting to complain a little. Let's come on down. Here's some slow, and we're gonna try to get it back in the house. So I gotta put it in brake mode. Slow down, chicken head. And then, of course, when it comes through that door, I have to try to miss myself, which is not going to be easy. Can we go under the table, maybe? There we go. All right, that's good. Okay, so I am super impressed with that flight. Let's bring it back and we'll land it. Coming back, and we'll land it on this table over here. And hit the arm switch. There we go. We have done our flight. That was impressive. All right, so you're back to me. The next thing I want to show you is what comes in the box when you buy this. And then after you watch that, come back to me and I'll give you my positives and negatives about this drone. Check it out. This is the box your Acrobee75 comes in. Inside the box, you'll find your drone completely assembled. Once power is applied, you'll notice that your drone gets very glowy. A battery holder can be found on the bottom of the drone, however, it's not big, so it only fits small batteries. A battery strap is included so that you can attach larger batteries. If you damage a motor, you can simply unplug it and replace it. If you damage your frames, spare frames are included, as well spare frames are included for life. A spare set of 3-bladed props are included. You also receive this tiny quick start guide as well as a business card that says contact us if you have questions. Stickers are included as well as a very tasty sugary treat. The drone only weighs 71 grams without a battery, but when you add a large battery it goes up to 103 grams, still a way under 250 grams. Okay, you're back to me. So let me get into the positives with this little guy. I really like it. So the positives are it flies really well. It is super stable. You can fly this in any mode, acro mode, air mode, horizon mode, angle mode, and the drone stays extremely stable in the air. It's very well tuned. The next positive I would say is the size. Since it is so small, for people like me who just fly haphazardly through things, there's very little chance of me hitting anything flying this because it's so tiny in size. I don't know how many times I fly under things, around things, and I'm really close to them. But when the drone gets smaller, there's less chance of me hitting an object. I can usually make it through the holes, no problem. And I guess the third positive is that it's a DJI 03 system. The video quality is outstanding. That comes off this onto the micro SD, so you won't have any issues, and range and penetration is also really good with this little guy. Okay, so now my negatives. Well, I only have 2 negatives, and you probably figured them out already. The first one's gonna be the flight time. 3.5 minutes is the best I could get out of this with the 550 milliamp hour LiPo battery. If I put a much larger 2S LiPo battery, I will get a bit more flight time, but I could upset the stability of how well everything is tuned. So take your chances on that. You might be able to get away with a much larger battery. And the second thing is something I complain about with all small drones. Even the Dark Star had the same issue, and that is if it's windy outside, this just blows with the wind. So that's probably why they try to sell it as an indoor drone, because they know outside with the motors the way they are, if the wind is blowing, it is going to push it to the side either direction, and you're not going to be able to fly straight. Well, you can, but you're sort of on an angle trying to fly straight as you're fighting the wind. So that's it. There's nothing else bad with this. It's very, very good. There's more positives than negatives. So if you like all the positives, check out the links below because it's not super expensive. It's actually at a decent price for this little guy. So check it out. And not only that, this has been on the market for what, 2 months now? I think it's been out for 2 months. So lots of people have reviewed it. So if you don't like my review, or you don't agree with anything I say, or you didn't like how it was flying, go watch someone else's review and you will see it's pretty much the same. They will come to the same conclusions and opinions on this, that it's pretty darn good. All right, guys, that brings me to the end of the video. So if you have questions on this little guy, post your questions below and I'll get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more cool videos like this and all sorts of other videos where I'm freezing my rear end off out in the cold, well then subscribe to this channel because I'll be doing that all winter long with all sorts of products. But for now I say thanks for watching this. Merry Christmas. Catch you in the next one. Bye.